Hello everyone, in this video we will learn specific problem number 2, that is segment reporting. And in segment reporting I've taken the data of Yes Bank. We need to understand what's the meaning of segment first of all. For any big company, for any big corporate house, sometimes we see that the profitability is very high. That profitability is coming out of all the segments together in that business. It is very much possible that if company is having five different segments of their business, either of the segment is not doing well. It means that out of five, maybe any one or two are running into losses. Rest all are doing very good, and the cumulative result is profit, huge profit. Until and unless we get into details of all the segments, we cannot come to know about the deficiencies of any of the segments. So to find out which segment is running into losses or which segment is mediocre one and which segment is doing very well, we need to do segment reporting, and it is mandatory by the law as well. So today we have taken the data of Yes Bank for segment reporting for our project file. This data has been taken from the website of Yes Bank. You can also go to nscindia.com or bscindia.com to collect the data. I've made a video separately for this, how to collect data of any corporate house. So Yes Bank is having this result, this financial result for the year ended 30th June, for the quarter ended 30th June 2015, and it's also having the year-ended result of 31st March 2014 audited, and rest all quarter results are also there. So after the statement of P&L, we have segment reporting. See, this data is of the segments. So this Yes Bank is having four segments, if you can see. Treasury, number A. Number B is corporate banking. Number C is retail banking. And number D is other banking operations. So these are four segments for Yes Bank. And in any segment reporting, you will find that there is analysis for segment revenue. Number 2, segment results. Number 3, capital employed. So all the segment reportings do have this type of data. These three major concerns: one is segment revenue, then number 2 is segment results, then number 3 is capital employed. Now how to analyze the data? I have taken the data of year ended 31st March 2014. So this column we are concerned with, and in this column we have to see the figures given for all the segments for revenue, result and capital employed. So treasuries, for example, treasuries segment revenue was 3383.92, and mind this is in crores. Here it is mentioned all figures are in crores. So crores is the common factor, so we will keep it as a common only, and this is the treasury, and treasury is having a revenue of 3383.92 crore rupees. Then the next segment, which is corporate banking, is having 7305.20 as segment revenue, and so on. These are segment revenues for all four segments, and this is a total of the segment revenue. Then we have segment results for all four segments. We'll also take the data from this side, and then again we have the result of capital employed for all the four segments. We'll take this data. This data we'll take. So this is how we have to pick the data for analysis, and the first analysis we'll be making will be sales analysis, because we know that the revenue means sales. So segment revenue will be taking all the figures of this year 31st March 2014 audited data, and sales analysis will make the table like this. So this is serial number, segments, segment revenue and percentage. Four columns we need to prepare. First is serial number, then we have segments name, then we have segment revenues, then percentage. So serial number, as we know, we have four segments of Yes Bank, 1, 2, 3, 4. So segments names are there: treasury, corporate banking, retail banking and other banking operations. We have taken it from that data only. Then we have their segment revenue, and this also we have taken from this we have taken. So this has been copied from here and it is being pasted here. All right, so this is the total of these segments revenue. So now we have to see how much percentage of each segment revenue is to the total of segment revenue. Means 3383.92 over 11,298.60 into 100 will be 29.94%, and we need to show the calculation separately for all the segments like treasury. So treasury's segment revenue was 3383.92, then it is to be divided by the total and then into 100. So it will give you a result of 29.94%. This is treasury's percentage to the total revenue of all the segments. So as corporate banking, corporate banking is giving a percentage of 64.65% in the total revenue. So total revenue में से 64.65% belongs to corporate banking alone. Then we have retail banking, and the percentage of retail banking to the total revenue is 5.02%, and other banking operations is having 44.42 over 11,298.60 into 100, that is 0.39%. So you can see after making the calculations, it's very clear that out of all the segments, the maximum revenue is coming from corporate banking, then number 2 it is from treasury, then number 3 it is from retail banking, then the least one rather is other banking operation, which is giving merely 0.39%. It's not even 1% of total of the revenues of the segments. So this is one analysis known as sales analysis. Now we need to show it graphically also. So what diagram suits us? If there is no negative figure, then pie chart is the best. Please remember, if there is even a single negative figure out of this, so we cannot prepare pie chart, because pie chart will denote 100% and negative figures are very difficult to show in pie chart. So I have taken pie chart here. So under the pie chart, we have to show 29.94% and 64.65%, 50, and this. The total of all the percentages will be 100. So a little glossary is also required. What is glossary? Glossary says that this pattern is for corporate banking. You can see corporate banking was having 64.65%. So this is 64.65%, and this pattern I have taken for corporate banking. Then this pattern I have taken for treasury. So treasury shows 29.94%. And then we have retail banking, and retail banking is having this pattern. This is 5.02%, and the other banking operations having this pattern, and this is only 0.39%. So this way the pie chart is to be prepared for sales analysis. So one analysis is over. Now the next analysis is profitability analysis. As I told you that in this data there are 3 types of informations available. One is segment revenue, then result means profit, and then capital employed. So first is over, that was segment revenue, which we have done in the name of sales analysis. Then we need to do segment results, which we'll do in the name of profitability analysis. So profitability analysis, again we have the same format: serial number, segments, segment revenue, and percentage. So 1, 2, 3, 4 segments are there. This figure we have taken again from the last column, that was 31st March 2014. So this is the result, this. So these 4 figure and their total 1487.74 and so on. So this is how this is being written: 1487.74, 2174. And there is one negative also. It means this segment is showing losses. Negative figure means losses. So this is loss and this is 19.53. The total of all the segments profit, this should be profit, not revenue. Profit is 36.18.40. All right. Now how to calculate the percentage? The same way, which means the total profit of treasury as segment upon the total of all the segments profitability into 100. So 1487.74 upon 3618.40 into 100 is 41.11%. This way all the percentages are to be calculated separately for all the segments for their profitability. The profitability of corporate is 60.10. Profitability of retail banking is in negative, of course, because the profit was in negative, which means losses. So the losses means 1.76%, and last one is other banking operation, giving a profitability of 0.55%. Now because we have one negative figure, so it is very clear we cannot prepare a pie chart. We need to go for either the bar diagrams or the histograms or the line graph, whatever suits us. So I have taken here the bar diagram. So this way, this is the y-axis and this is x-axis. On x-axis I have taken all the segments 1 2 3 4, and on the y-axis I have taken the profits in crore rupees. So profit in crore rupees starting from 0 going till 2200. This is of course in crore rupees. You can see the maximum is 2174.94 crore rupees. So 2200 is my last figure here, and starting from 0, and even this should be negative. Why negative? Why negative? Because the one of the segments, that is retail banking, is having a negative profitability, which is loss. So I have been showing all these figures like this is your number one, and you know that the glossary treasury is having this pattern. So this is treasury's bar. So treasury is having 41.11%, and its profitability was 1487.74. So 1487.74 lies somewhere here around 1500. So this is for treasury. The next pattern is for corporate banking. Corporate banking is having 2174.95, which means approximately 2200. So this is the diagram for number 2, corporate banking. This is 2175.95. The next is retail banking, minus 63.82. So minus 63.82 somewhere here, and its pattern is given this. Why this is coming this side, the downside? Because this is negative figure. All the positive figures are beyond the x-axis towards y-axis. This is coming down, and this is negative figure. Then comes other banking operations, which is 19.53 crore. So 19.53 lies somewhere approximately here. So this is the diagram for our profitability analysis. The two analyses are over. First was sales analysis, number 2 was profitability analysis. Number 3 comes capital employed analysis. So capital employed analysis, again the same format, serial number, segment, capital employed and percentage. This is 1 2 3 4. This is the name of the segments. This again we have taken from the last column of our data, which was 31st March. So this is capital employed's data and their total. You can see one unallocated column also there. Please leave this column. Unallocated will not be taking. We'll be taking the common 4 segments mentioned in all 3 informations. All right. So this data we need to take till this. So its total also we need to make. So this is how we'll be showing capital employed and their total. And you can see that there is also some negative figure. So the percentage will also be negative. And this is the total. So how to calculate the percentages? This is to be calculated the same way as we calculated in sales analysis and profitability analysis. This is total of treasury. This is overall total. So this divided by this into 100 will be 197.04%. So this way capital employed analysis for all segments is to be made. And then after making the calculations, now again there's a need to show it through a diagram. Again I have made the bar diagrams. So this is again going in negative, so this is going beyond this axis. So we have taken the base from 0 and the gap is 3000 each, because it's going up till 28,000, which means approximately 30,000. So according to the space available in your graph or in your paper or sheet or whatever you are using, so you will need to take the gaps, and this is 30,000 starting from 0 to 30,000, gap of 3,000, because one negative figure is going around 15,000. So 0 to 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15,000 here. So first I have taken treasuries, this pattern. So treasury is 28019, approximately 28,000. So I'm showing treasury 0 to 28,000 like this. So almost here. we can show treasury. The next was corporate banking, 1000 something, approximately 1000. It will come here. This is pattern for corporate banking, you can see. Next pattern is for retail banking, and retail banking was negative, and this is approximately 15,000 negative. So this will be shown here, 15,000 somewhat here. And then we have lastly the other banking operation minus 377.66. Again, downside is 377, approximately 377 is to be shown here. So this way we'll be showing our three different analyses for the segments, for all segments. And the first was sales analysis, number two was profitability analysis, and number three is capital employed analysis. Now one combined table for all the analysis we have made. First analysis was result, revenue, result, and then capital employed. So revenue, result, and capital employed have shown here, and this is the serial number segment. Then all three columns of revenue, result, and capital employed, and we have shown the percentages, and these percentages, of course, we have calculated these percentages. I just show you the last one. These were the percentages of your capital employed analysis. So 197.04% and all. So this I have shown here. Similarly, I have taken this from the sales analysis, and this I have taken from result analysis. So overall 100% will be the total of all the segments information. So after preparing this combined percentage analysis, what is it showing? It's showing that the treasury is showing a revenue of 29.94% in the overall 100% of the revenue, and treasury showing a profitability of 41.11% out of 100, and its capital is employed 197%. So this way it is easy to draw the conclusions and observe the data. Now one more information we are calculating, that is return on investments, ROI. How to calculate ROI? Because from this data we can calculate ROI. Which segment is giving how much return on investments? Means if capital employed is this much, how much is the profitability as compared to the capital employed? Again, this data is to be taken from the information in this financial statement. So we'll be taking two sort of data. One will be taking the profitabilities of all the segments, then we'll taking the capital employed from all the segments. So I have taken this and this data from here. So this is my last analysis, which is return on investment. So treasury is having a net profit of 1487.74 and capital employed is 28019.85. How to calculate return on investment? The ROI, you know the formula is net profit upon capital employed into 100. So this figure upon this figure into 100 is 5.30%. It means treasury is giving a return on investment of 5.30%. Corporate banking is giving a return of 208% as compared to the capital employed in this business, in this segment. And retail banking is giving a negative return on investment, and other banking operation is giving 5.17% of its return on investment. This way we need to calculate return on investments also. So this is your return on investment. And the last but not the least, one more information, that is net profit ratio. And the formula we know, net profit ratio is net profit upon net revenue from operation into 100. So net from revenue from operation means that is your revenue, which is also taken from this data only, which is given in the financial statements of Yes Bank. So this data we need to take now, the segment revenue, and we need to take the segment result, two things. So this data I have taken, and through this data I am calculating net profit ratio. So net profit of treasury was this much, its revenue was this much into 100. So net profitability of treasury is 43.96%. Net profit upon net revenue from operation into 100, it is 43.96%. Then we have similarly corporate banking's profitability, retail banking's profitability, and other banking operations profitability, net profit ratios. And now we can lastly combine these two sort of information we have just calculated, the return of on investments and net profit ratio. Net profit ratio just calculated 43.96%, 29.77%, and then we have 11.29% negative, and then we have 43.96% positive. So as return on investments, I have taken this from here: 5.30%, 208.21, 0.44, 5.17. This information I have taken here. So this way, this is combined ROI and net profit ratio analysis. So this analysis helps any type of the person to draw meaningful conclusions, be it be management or board of directors or any interested party. So observations are made on the basis of all these analyses. Observation number 1: treasury shows a sales of this much percentage, profit of this much percentage, and capital employed of this much percentage. From where this data has been taken? Treasury shows a sales of 29.94%. Yes, this is taken from combined analysis, this combined percentage analysis of result, revenue, etc. So treasury shows revenue 29.94, result 41.11, and capital employed 197.04%. So this is written here in the observation. What we have calculated, we are showing by the way of observation, and this observation is to be done for all 4 segments separately. And there's nothing new in this. We have taken all these lines from this data only. You can see other banking operations 0.39, 0.55, 2.65. See, similar. So this was the observation. Now what is the conclusion based upon the segment reporting? And the conclusion is that the highest sale recorded by corporate banking is 64.65%. You have to take into account every minor thing now, because conclusions are based upon all the analysis made right here. So highest sales recorded by the corporate banking is 64.65%. Where from this data has come? You had calculated it in your sales analysis. So this is your sales analysis. Sales analysis means revenue, and this says this much. So highest sales is of corporate banking, 64.65%. So this is shown in the conclusion. So conclusion says that the highest sale recorded by corporate banking, the lowest sale recorded by other banking operations, and the highest profit, lowest profit, highest capital employed, lowest capital employed. So these 3 analyses we had made in the beginning. So from that analysis we had taken highest and lowest, highest and lowest, and highest and lowest. Then ROI and net profit, the 2 analysis we have made on this basis. Again we have to take into account highest ROI, lowest ROI, highest NP ratio, lowest NP ratio. So this we have again taken from this data. All right. So after taking this data, now again the conclusion is the best segment is corporate banking, as it shows maximum sales and profit. So this segment should go on like this. The maximum profitability and sales is coming from corporate banking. You can see corporate banking is giving maximum ROI and maximum. See, corporate banking is giving return on investment of 208.21%. Corporate banking is giving, and the result is also 60.10%. Revenue is higher, result is maximum, and the capital employed is minimum. Means with the minimum amount of capital invested, corporate banking is giving maximum returns and revenues. So this is why it is being concluded that the best segment is corporate banking. It shows maximum sales and profit, so this segment should go on like this. Other banking operation needs to be improved, so more efforts to be put in. And if as per your data either of the segment is running into negative figures, may it be the profitability or capital employed, so we can conclude that this segment may be stopped immediately. This also may be one of the conclusions. So this way we'll be doing our segment reporting we need to understand that for doing segment reporting, the data must be from the corporate sector, and corporate sector publishes the data every quarterly. So this data may be downloaded from the company's website or from nseindia.com or any financial site like this. And every child must get a different company from others. And for this purpose, I am giving a list of all the companies from A to Z in the description box. Kindly go through the description box list of companies and divide the companies amongst your students as per their first alphabet of their name. Maybe one child is Abhay, so Abhay's first letter is A, so we can give him any company starting with A. So this way there will be no duplication of the companies and everybody will be getting a different set of data. I hope it will be really helpful for all the children and teachers out there. And if in case of any doubt or query, you can always revert in the comment section. You can comment, or you can give me a call or WhatsApp me on my number. Thank you. Bye bye.